Nahastan Bekake, Nihich Netahui Nato, Nete Chanata Nole, She Nehoka Belnetahasti, Beketa Shli.
Yat She Kayla Figueroa Yinshe, Panagatni Ninchle, Nakaishin Bashistin, Kia Ani Dashiche, Nakaishin Dashinelle. Poverty can negatively impact families and caregivers. Adults who live in poverty experience a higher mortality rate, increased mental health conditions, and worse health outcomes. In America, after the 2007 housing bubble burst, it led to the 2008 recession. This was the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. In 2011, finances were still a hot topic in America. We had protesters leading Occupy Wall Street, which was an attempt to bring balance to a system that they felt benefited the rich. Occupy Wall Street was a protest that popped off in various cities around the nation, however, produced very little changes. We see social injustices in our nation. The murder of George Floyd, popularizing racial discrimination and police brutality. This came the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement that led protesters to seek justice for the mistreatment based on racism. In California, they started to popularize Native American women that have gone missing.
The growing problem of Indigenous women either going missing or being killed.
Statistics show that Native Americans make up 6.7% of the population, and yet 26% are missing persons reports. What is happening to these Native Americans?
We're going to have strong, incredible borders.
It's implied that Native American women are taken for sex trafficking, which leads to the great debacle of a presidential leadership who made controversial statements about building the wall higher.
Where you have a tremendous problem with heroin and drugs, you wouldn't even believe it.
Statistics have shown that 109,940 deaths happened in a 12-month period. Travesties don't seem to stop there. We heard about the summer fires that set blaze to the 12.35 million acres of land that burned in Australia.
3 times more land than 2018's California fire and Brazil's 2019 Amazon fire combined. Fires reached 70 meters or 230 feet high, taller than the Sydney Opera House.
We've also heard of the 500 plus fires that happened in Canada, sending plummets of smoke into New York.
Breathing this air is
Who can
so
lead us
dangerous.
effectively through life's biggest challenges? We go from a president who's been impeached to our current president not wanting to offer a comment at the wake of the wildfires in Hawaii. This leads us to a crossroad in our minds.
Are you like me, where you've questioned, what are we building our lives on? What is our foundation in life? It's easy to think we wander around this world aimlessly, wondering what our next step is. You see all of life's challenges in the world, and yet you feel so small to contribute. You can often be left wondering, what difference can you make?
Mama! Get up! We're getting in the car tonight!
If you've had a past, you know, where you struggled with drugs or alcohol, it could be tempting to reconsider that. It could be a vacation from your troubles, or perhaps there's another way. I remember being taught to wake up early and to get started in my day. There was always work. I can still hear my grandma shout, "Yego, yego, Jinne." They taught me lessons where they would say, "Christ shilko asosini be da altone adeshligo binish." What about the teachings from the old people? Do you remember their wisdom? Do their teachings still guide you to this day?
Another lesson was this Navajo prayer that says,
Kode hojonasha do shilaje ohelago hojo dole shiketo hojo dole Shiyago, Dene Hojo, Shikai, Hojo Dole.
This prayer loosely translates to behind me, below me, above me, all around me, let there be joy, love, peace, and confidence. We hear so many rumors in our world about tragedies, bad news. Again, it can be so easy to get our minds stuck on those things. It reminds me of a scripture in the Bible that says, whatever is honorable, whatever is good, whatever is true, whatever is right, whatever is of good repute, if there's anything that is excellent, set your mind on those things. I often think that what happens in the mind is what pollutes our emotions, but the hope is that we can improve that.